Tonight, as the first tendrils of dawn weave their soft light across the desert horizon, you awaken to a world steeped in mystery and sacred promise. You rise from your woven reed mat, the cool morning air brushing gently against your skin, carrying the scent of warm earth and distant lotus blossoms. The village around you stirs slowly, cradled by the embrace of the Nile's endless song, while above, the sun god Ra prepares to embark on his eternal journey across the sky. In this quiet moment, you move with purpose to prepare your morning offerings, a delicate assemblage of bread, fresh water, and fragrant flowers, each chosen to greet the dawn and honor the life-giving light. Your hands work with reverence, folding prayers into each gesture as you set the small altar in your courtyard. The rising sun bathes your gifts in golden hues, and you breathe deeply, feeling the warmth seep into your chest. You gather fresh water from the Nile, its surface shimmering softly, a mirror for the awakening sky. This water, sacred and pure, is the lifeblood of your village and a gift from the gods. You pour it gently into a carved alabaster bowl, its coolness a silent hymn to renewal. The bread, baked from emmer wheat, still warm from the oven's embrace, carries the blessings of countless hands who have kneaded and shaped it. Nearby, a sprig of blue lotus rests delicately, its petals unfolding like the sun itself, symbolizing rebirth and eternal life. As you arrange these offerings with care, you whisper a prayer to Ra, your voice barely louder than the morning breeze rustling through the date palms. O Ra, eternal light, may your rays strengthen my heart and guide my steps. You imagine his golden bark sailing across the sky, his presence a steady flame that warms the earth and fills the sky with life. The soft glow of dawn spills over your courtyard, gilding the offerings and casting gentle shadows that dance like spirits awakening. In this sacred ritual, you feel the thin veil between worlds grow fragile and transparent, as if your prayers might drift upward, carried by the scent of lotus and warm bread. The village awakens slowly around you, children's laughter mingling with the distant calls of fishermen on the Nile, while artisans prepare their tools for the day's work. Yet, in this moment, all is stillness and reverence, a breath held between night and day. You pause to breathe deeply, letting the calm settle into your bones, your heartbeat syncing with the eternal rhythm of the sun's journey. Even now, you imagine Ra's gaze falling gently upon your humble offerings, a silent nod of approval before he begins his celestial voyage. Now, keep the deep breath and let the sacred dawn cradle your soul as you begin. The soft light of dawn filters through the woven reeds, casting slender shadows across your courtyard as you prepare for the sacred sweep. You gather your broom, fashioned from slender palm fibers tied with linen cords, its worn bristles a testament to countless ritual cleansings. This is no ordinary cleaning. Each stroke carries the intention to purify your home, to sweep away the night's lingering shadows, and to invite the god's presence into your space. Your bare feet press gently against the cool earth as you begin the ritual, sweeping in slow, deliberate circles that mimic the sun's path across the sky. The soft rustle of palm fibers whispers a quiet song, blending with the faint calls of awakening birds and the distant murmur of the Nile. As you sweep, you murmur prayers to Ma'at, the goddess of truth and balance, seeking harmony within your home and heart. The air carries the delicate fragrance of freshly crushed herbs, mint and rosemary, from the small bundle you hold in your other hand. You release their scent as you move, believing their aroma wards off malevolent spirits and cleanses the air of unseen impurities. Each breath you take is rich with the mingling scents of earth, herbs, and the Nile's cool mist, grounding you in the sacredness of the morning. You pause at the threshold of your home, tracing a symbol in the dust with your fingers, the Ankh, the key of life, a charm against chaos and decay. This simple act connects you to generations of ancestors who performed the same gesture, their hopes and prayers woven into the very dust beneath your hands. A gentle chuckle escapes your lips as you imagine even the gods needing their own moments of cleansing and renewal. As the last wisps of dust settle, you step back and survey your work. The courtyard feels lighter, its energies renewed. The morning sun now climbs higher, bathing the space in a golden glow that seems to hum with quiet approval. You know that this ritual not only cleanses, but also prepares you for the day ahead, opening a space where blessings may flourish. Your eyes linger on a small amulet hanging by the door, a scarab beetle crafted from turquoise, its wings etched with the eye of Horus. It glimmers softly in the sun, a guardian of protection and rebirth, silently watching over your home. You touch it reverently, feeling its smooth coolness, a tangible link between the mortal and divine. With the courtyard purified and your heart calm, you return your broom to its resting place, the ritual complete. You feel the sacred pulse of the day quicken, the unfolding promise of new beginnings wrapped in the embrace of Mayat's balance. Now, keep the deep breath and carry this calm as the world awakens around you. The morning light grows warmer as you approach your small altar, where bundles of fragrant incense rest. Their slender sticks woven from cedarwood, frankincense, and myrrh. Each scent carries a story: cedar for strength, frankincense for divine communication, myrrh for healing, and together they create a sacred veil, a fragrant bridge between you and the gods. With practiced hands, you light the tip of a cedar stick, the flame flickering briefly before settling into a steady glow. The smoke rises slowly, curling and twisting like a gentle dance, carrying your whispered prayers upward to the heavens. The delicate tendrils weave through the cool morning air, tracing invisible paths toward the sun god Ra and the goddess Hathor, inviting their presence to bless your day. You close your eyes and inhale deeply, the warm, resinous scent filling your lungs and settling softly in your chest. This breath is a prayer in itself, a silent offering to the divine, a moment of connection and peace before the busyness of the day begins. Around you, the village hums quietly with life, the soft chatter of neighbors, the rhythmic pounding of a potter's wheel, the distant splash of oars on the Nile. As you fan the smoke gently with your hand, you imagine the gods leaning closer, their senses awakened by this sacred aroma. A small smile plays at your lips as you think even the stoic Anubis might pause to savor the fragrance, his jackal nose twitching in approval. The incense is more than a scent, it is a living prayer, weaving protection, clarity, and peace through the spaces of your home and heart. The smoke drifts upward, catching the sunlight in shimmering ribbons that seem to carry stories of ancient times. You recall the tales your grandmother shared, of temple priests offering clouds of incense to keep the balance between worlds, and feel honored to continue this timeless ritual in your humble courtyard, with the last ember glowing softly. You place the incense in its holder, the fragrance lingering like a gentle whisper. The air feels lighter, charged with unseen blessings and sacred presence. You breathe once more, grounding yourself in the moment, connected to the gods and to all who have offered this same prayer before you. The gentle warmth of morning settles over your courtyard as you prepare a quiet space to honor the ancestors whose spirits linger close. You gather small offerings, fresh dates, a cup of pure Nile water, and a handful of crushed lotus petals, each chosen with care, to invite the blessings of those who came before you. This sacred act connects you not only to your family, but to the unbroken chain of souls that have shaped your village's story through the ages. Your hands move reverently as you arrange the offerings on a low stone altar, its surface worn smooth by countless prayers. Above, a faded painting of Osiris, Lord of the Afterlife, watches over the space, his green-skinned visage a reminder of renewal and eternal life. You feel his presence like a steady pulse beneath your fingers, a quiet reassurance that the cycle of life and death is but a doorway to a greater journey. You kneel softly before the altar, the earth cool beneath your knees, and whisper the prayers taught by your mother and grandmother, O ancestors, keepers of wisdom and protectors of our bloodline. Accept these gifts and watch over us with loving eyes. Your voice is low, woven with gratitude and longing, the words carrying on the gentle breeze that stirs the date palms. As the offerings rest, you close your eyes and imagine the faces of your forebears, those who toiled in the fields, crafted sacred tombs, and nurtured your family through harsh seasons. Their stories flow around you like a river, carrying strength and fibab that weave into your own heartbeat. A quiet chuckle escapes as you picture even the most serious ancestors sharing a smile at your humble offerings, reminding you that they remain close, ever present. You rise slowly, feeling the sacred weight of connection settle around your shoulders like a woven shawl. The village hums softly, neighbors beginning their day's work. But here, in this stillness, time feels stretched and holy. The ancestors' light guides your steps forward, their wisdom a lamp that will never dim as the sun ascends higher, warming the earth and stirring the village to fuller life. You prepare for another sacred ritual, bathing in the blessed waters of the Nile. This act is more than simple cleansing. It is a sacred renewal of body, mind, and spirit, a way to wash away the night's shadows and prepare for the day's blessings. You gather a shallow basin of Nile water, its surface shimmering like liquid glass beneath the midday sun. The water carries the essence of the river, its life-giving flow, its ancient mysteries, and the whispers of countless generations who have bathed in its depths. You add a few drops of fragrant oils pressed from desert flowers and wild herbs, their scents mingling softly with the fresh river breeze. Stepping barefoot onto the packed earth, you begin to pour the water slowly over your hands, feeling the coolness ripple through your skin and spread warmth through your chest. Each movement is deliberate and reverent, as if you are communing with the very soul of the Nile. The water flows over your arms and shoulders, washing away more than dust. It carries away worry, fatigue, and lingering darkness, leaving you lighter, renewed. You close your eyes and breathe deeply, sensing the river's eternal pulse merging with your own. The goddess Isis, known for her healing and protective powers, seems near, her presence enfolding you like a gentle cloak. You murmur a soft prayer, O Isis, Mother of Life, cleanse and renew me, that I may walk today in your light. Around you, the village buzzes quietly, the rhythmic pounding of stone on stone as artisans prepare their tools, the laughter of children chasing one another in the dusty lanes. Yet in this moment, you are wrapped in a sacred stillness, a pause between the world's breath and yours. You open your eyes to find the sunlight sparkling on droplets clinging to your skin, the fragrance of oils mingling with the river's cool scent. The ritual complete, you feel refreshed, your spirit aligned with the ancient rhythms that have guided your people through centuries. Without haste, you move forward, your steps lightened by the river's blessing, ready to embrace whatever the day may bring. As midday's warmth settles over the village, you turn your attention to a quieter, yet no less sacred task, the crafting and blessing of protective amulets. These small talismans, carved from stone, bone, or faience, hold the power to shield your loved ones from harm, weaving spells into tangible forms worn close to the skin or placed within the home. You sit cross-legged on your woven mat, a collection of materials spread before you: smooth lapis lazuli beads, carved turquoise scarabs, and delicate linen cords dyed in rich indigo. Your fingers move with care, threading beads and tying knots in a pattern passed down through generations, each knot a prayer, each bead a symbol charged with divine intention. The amulet you craft today is shaped like the Ankh, the key of life, its loops and lines symbolizing eternal existence and balance. You whisper the ancient incantations taught by your grandmother, soft words that call upon Sekhmet's fierce protection, Bastet's watchful gaze, and Thoth's wisdom. The rhythms of your voice blend with the gentle rustle of palm leaves overhead and the distant murmur of the Nile. As you work, your thoughts drift to your children, your daughter weaving reeds by the door, your son sketching hieroglyphs in the dust, and the hope that this small charm will guard their dreams and keep them safe from unseen dangers. A quiet chuckle escapes you as you imagine even the gods needing their own talismans, perhaps tucked beneath their robes or hidden in temple walls. The finished amulet lies in your palm, cool and heavy with sacred energy. You pass it through the smoke of burning incense, watching as the fragrant tendrils curl around it, sealing the blessings within. This act, simple yet profound, connects you to countless hands before yours, crafting protection and hope in a world both wondrous and perilous. Rising, you tuck the amulet safely into a small pouch, ready to gift it to a loved one or hang it by the doorframe. The village hums softly around you, the sounds of daily life mingling with timeless ritual, binding past and present in an unbroken thread. With your heart steady and intentions clear, you prepare to move deeper into the day's sacred journey, the amulet's protection woven firmly into your spirit. The late morning sun spills gently into your courtyard, warming the smooth limestone table where you prepare your next sacred task. Before you lies a small pile of crimson saffron threads and earthy cumin seeds, their colors vibrant against the worn stone. This ritual of grinding spices is more than cooking. It is a weaving of protection and blessing into every meal. Your fingers cradle the stone mortar, smooth from generations of use. As you begin to crush the saffron with your pestle, the crimson dust rises softly, glowing like captured sunlight, filling the air with a delicate, floral aroma. You breathe deeply, letting the scent settle into your chest. A quiet prayer to Ra's radiant power. Next, you add cumin seeds, their sharp, earthy fragrance grounding the sweet saffron with strength and healing. As you grind, your hands move rhythmically, each turn a silent invocation of Sekhmet, the lioness goddess who shields your family from harm. Your grandmother's voice echoes in your mind, teaching you the ancient chants that give life to this ritual. The courtyard hums with gentle sounds, a distant flute, children's laughter, the soft rustle of palm fronds. The spices' scent mingles with the river's cool breath, binding earth and sky in a sacred dance. You imagine the protection these spices will bring, their magic flowing from your hands into the meal that will nourish your loved ones and the gods alike. A soft chuckle escapes you as you think even Sekhmet might pause, drawn by the rich aroma, her fierce gaze softened by the warmth of your offering. The mortar now holds a fine, fragrant powder, a shield of earth and sun ready to season the feast. As you scoop the blend into a small bowl, etched with the ankh, the key of life, you feel the weight of tradition resting lightly in your hands. The ritual is complete, but its blessings will linger long after the spices are stirred into the pot. With the sun climbing higher, you prepare to move onward, your spirit steady and your heart full of sacred purpose. The warmth of midday wraps your courtyard as you carry the fragrant bowl to your hearth, where the fire's gentle crackle invites your offerings. The spices you ground saffron's golden glow and cumin's earthy bite are now ready to be blessed and woven into the sacred meal. You kneel by the hearth, feeling the smoothness of the cool stones beneath your hands. A small oil lamp flickers nearby, its flame casting playful shadows that dance like ancient spirits. You hold the bowl close, letting the rich scent rise and mingle with the smoke curling from the fire. Your voice softens into a chant, an invocation to Bastet, guardian of the hearth and protector of family. O Bastet, fierce and kind, bless these spices with your strength and shield my home. The words flow gently, carrying centuries of devotion and hope. You imagine the goddess's sleek form prowling nearby, her eyes gleaming with watchful care. As the smoke from your prayer rises, you sprinkle a pinch of the spice blend into the pot, simmering above the flames. The aroma intensifies, filling the air with warmth and promise. The lentils you prepare will carry more than flavor. They hold protection, health, and connection to the divine. The courtyard hums softly, the distant chatter of neighbors, the rhythm of artisans shaping stone, the whisper of the Nile's breeze. The spices seem to dance in the firelight, their magic mingling with the crackle and glow. You smile quietly, thinking even the gods enjoy the simple comforts of a well-seasoned meal. The ritual feels alive, a sacred thread tying you to generations of women who blessed their kitchens in the same way. The hearth's warmth seeps into your bones, grounding you in the present while linking you to the past. With the spices blessed and the fire steady, your meal takes shape, a living prayer of earth and flame. You rise, ready to continue the day's unfolding story, the scent of saffron and cumin lingering like a whispered blessing, with the spices blessed and the fire crackling softly. You return to your kitchen, where the pots await your careful touch. The fine powder of saffron and cumin sits in its bowl like captured sunlight and earth, ready to transform the humble lentils into a meal both nourishing and sacred. You gently sprinkle the blend into the simmering pot, watching as the golden hues swirl and mingle with the rich broth. The fragrance blossoms, filling the air with warmth and comfort, a scent that carries prayers of protection and vitality to all who partake. As you stir the pot slowly, your mind drifts to the stories whispered by your ancestors, tales of gods and guardians, of rituals that bind the living to the divine. You feel their presence here with you, in the gentle flicker of the lamp and the steady rhythm of your heartbeat. The courtyard outside hums softly with life, the laughter of children chasing the breeze, the murmur of neighbors tending their own hearths, the eternal song of the Nile weaving through it all in this moment. Your kitchen is a sanctuary, a place where earth, water, fire, and spirit converge. You chuckle softly, imagining even Sekhmet herself savoring the scent, her fierce protection wrapped tenderly around your family. The meal you prepare is more than sustenance. It is a shield, a blessing, a thread in the sacred tapestry of your village's life. With the pot bubbling gently, you set aside your tools and breathe deeply, feeling the sacred weight of this simple act, the spices, the fire, the prayers they weave together into a quiet magic that will nourish body and soul alike. As the sun arcs higher, you prepare to gather the next ingredients, your spirit steady and your heart full of purpose, carrying the ancient power of protection forward. The late morning sun climbs steadily over DEIR El-MEDINA, casting warm golden light across the mud brick homes and sun-baked courtyards. Bathing everything in a sacred glow, you rise from your mat, the woven reeds cool beneath your feet, and step softly into the open air where the scent of baked earth mingles with the faint sweetness of honey and the fresh fragrance of mint. Today is a day of offerings, a day to honor Anubis, the vigilant guardian of thresholds, protector of souls in both life and death, whose jackal-headed form watches silently over your family's well-being. Before you lies your carefully prepared offering, a golden loaf of freshly baked emmer wheat bread, its surface marked with the spiral of the sun's journey, a small clay jar of honey, its amber contents gleaming like liquid sunlight, and a sprig of mint plucked fresh from the riverside garden. Its sharp, refreshing aroma promising purification and renewal. These gifts are more than nourishment. They are prayers made tangible, sacred tokens that bridge the mortal and divine. You carry these treasures gently to a low stone altar nestled beneath the broad shade of the sycamore tree, its thick branches whispering ancient secrets in the breeze. The altar's surface is smooth from countless ceremonies, etched with delicate carvings of ankhs and lotus blossoms, symbols of life, rebirth, and eternal harmony. Near the altar stands a small figurine of Anubis, its black glaze catching the sunlight, the jackal's attentive eyes seeming to pierce the veil between worlds. You kneel reverently before the altar, the earth cool and firm beneath your knees, closing your eyes. You inhale deeply, drawing in the mingled scents of bread, honey, mint, and warm stone. These aromas rise like incense, weaving through the air as you begin your prayer in a soft, steady voice. O Anubis, watcher of the threshold, guardian of souls, accept these humble gifts, shield my home from chaos and harm, guide my family safely through this life's journey and the next. The village stirs gently around you, the distant clatter of chisels shaping royal tombs, children's laughter weaving through narrow alleys, and the steady murmur of the Nile coursing nearby. Yet in this courtyard, time seems suspended, the air thick with reverence and sacred stillness. You imagine Anubis's presence drawing near, his protective gaze like a shadowy cloak enfolding your home in safety and grace. Slowly, you drizzle honey over the loaf, golden threads pooling like sunlight on the crust, their sweetness a symbol of abundance and divine favor. The sprig of mint lies beside the bread, its fresh scent believed to purify the air and delight the gods. You sense the offering becoming a living prayer, carrying your hopes for health, happiness, and protection. Your thoughts drift to your children, your daughter weaving reeds by the door, her fingers nimble and sure, your son sketching hieroglyphs in the dust, eyes bright with dreams. You silently wish that Anubis's watchful spirit will guard their steps, shielding them from the desert's hidden dangers and unseen shadows. A gentle smile curves your lips as you imagine even the solemn, jackal-headed god pausing to savor the fragrant offering, his nose twitching in approval. Around you, the village hums with quiet life, the rhythmic hammering of stone, the soft voices of neighbors exchanging greetings, the song of the river weaving its eternal melody. Yet in this moment, your courtyard is a sanctuary, a place where earth and sky, mortal and divine, meet in humble communion. You rise slowly, the sacred weight of your prayer settling softly upon your heart. The turquoise scarab amulet above your door catches the sun's rays, its wings etched with the eye of Horus, a steadfast guardian through day and night. You reach out to touch it, feeling the smooth coolness beneath your fingers, a tangible link to the god's protection and ancient wisdom. With the offering complete and your heart steady, you prepare to continue your day's sacred journey. Each step forward is guided by Anubis's shadow, a reminder that the boundaries between worlds are watched and guarded, that your family's path is woven with divine care. The sun climbs higher still, casting long, gentle shadows as the village's rhythm quickens. Artisans raise their tools, children chase each other through the alleys, and the Nile sparkles like a ribbon of stars beneath the endless sky. You carry with you the peace of the offering, the silent prayers etched into bread and honey, and the steadfast watch of the jackal-headed guardian. As you turn from the altar, the breeze carries the mingled scents of mint and honey, a fragrant benediction that lingers like a whispered promise. The sacred ritual has woven its magic into your day, a living thread that ties you to the eternal cycle of life, death, and renewal in this timeless land. And so, with the sun's warmth on your face and Anubis's protection bulking at your side, you step forward ready to embrace whatever the day will bring, anchored by ancient faith and the sacred bonds of family and community. As twilight descends upon the village of DEIR El-MEDINA, a deep hush settles over the mud-brick homes and winding alleys. Softened by the fading glow of the setting sun, the sky above transforms into a vast tapestry of deep indigo, embroidered with countless stars that flicker like distant jewels cast upon the heavens. The air cools, carrying the subtle fragrance of desert sage, mingled with the delicate scent of jasmine drifting from nearby gardens. You step barefoot onto the smooth stones of your courtyard, the earth still warm from the day's heat, now tempered by the gentle kiss of the evening breeze. Tonight, you prepare to partake in the silent vigil, a sacred time reserved for prayer, reflection, and connection beneath the celestial canopy. Around you, the village's daytime bustle softens into the gentle murmur of nocturnal life, the laughter of children playing has given way to the quiet whispers of the wind through date palms, the faint rustle of small creatures stirring in the brush, and the distant splash of water where fishermen cast their nets in the Nile's calm embrace. Your neighbors. 2. Retreat indoors, lighting small oil lamps that flicker like stars grounded on earth, their warm glow inviting peace and rest. You settle yourself near the small shrine you have prepared under the open sky, a humble altar adorned with smooth river stones, woven mats, and a gently burning oil lamp set within a carved clay holder. Its flame dances softly in the darkening air, casting flickering shadows that ripple across the ancient carvings etched into the stone's symbols of the Ankh, the lotus, and the Eye of Horus, guardians of life, rebirth, and protection above you. The great goddess Nut arches protectively, her vast celestial body spanning the horizon, a sheltering vault painted with stars, drawing a slow, steady breath. You close your eyes and lift your hands in quiet prayer, your voice a soft murmur barely louder than the night breeze, O Nut, Mother of Stars. Veil me in your gentle night. Guide my soul through darkness and bring me peace. Your words flow like a gentle river, weaving into the stillness around you. You imagine the vastness of the heavens, embracing your prayer, carrying it across the cosmos to the realms of gods and ancestors alike. In the quiet solitude, your thoughts drift back to the ancient stories, whispered through generations, tales of the gods who journey through the night sky, of Ra's nightly voyage through the underworld, and of the starry river that connects the living with those who have passed beyond. The stars above seem to pulse with life, their steady light a reminder of continuity and eternal cycles. Each twinkle is a beacon, a fragment of a greater cosmic dance that has played out since time immemorial. Your breathing deepens, slow and rhythmic, aligning with the calm pulse of the night. You feel both infinitesimally small beneath this immense expanse, and yet intimately connected to everything the earth beneath you, the sky above, the countless souls who have offered this same vigil through centuries past. The silence is profound, yet comforting, a sacred blanket that enfolds you and invites stillness. The flickering lamp casts shadows that sway like spirits at play. You smile softly, recalling how even the gods might seek refuge in moments like these, a private pause amidst their eternal duties. You picture Thoth, the wise god of the moon and knowledge, quietly recording the passage of time, perhaps amused by the devotion of mortals who look skyward in hope and wonder. The stars wheel slowly overhead, their silent procession unchanging, carrying with them the prayers, fears, hopes, and gratitude of countless generations. Your vigil is more than ritual. It is a sanctuary for your soul, a place to release the burdens of the day and embrace the renewal offered by the night's sacred embrace. Around you, the village remains hushed, the boundaries between worlds thinned as night deepens. You sense the presence of ancestors, their spirits drawn close by your prayers, their wisdom a comforting current beneath the stillness. You reach out with your heart, offering thanks for their protection and guidance as the lamp's flame flickers low and the first pale light of dawn tints the horizon. You rise slowly from your place. The night's peace settles within you like a precious gift, a quiet strength to carry forward. The village will soon stir with the return of the sun's life-giving rays. But for now, you remain cradled beneath Nut's vast wings, wrapped in the eternal embrace of the silent vigil. You turn toward your home, the cool night air still lingering on your skin, the scent of sage and jasmine, a lingering benediction. With each step, you carry the calm and sacred connection forged beneath the stars, a quiet fire that will kindle your spirit until night returns once more. The golden light of afternoon fades gently into a soft amber as the village of DEIR El-MEDINA prepares for one of the most cherished moments of the day, a communal feast that is much more than mere sustenance. It is a sacred ritual, a celebration of community, connection, and the blessings bestowed by the gods. You find yourself drawn into the heart of this ancient tradition, where food becomes a bridge between the earthly and divine, a language of shared stories, laughter, and reverence. The aroma of simmering stews, freshly baked bread, and fragrant herbs fills the air, weaving through narrow lanes and open courtyards. Pots bubble over fires, stoked with fragrant woods, their warmth mingling with the laughter and voices of neighbors gathering together. The feast is a tapestry of flavors, colors, and textures, a living offering to Hathor, goddess of joy, music, and nourishment, whose presence is felt in every shared bite. You carry your portion with care, a plate laden with lentil stew spiced with cumin and saffron, chunks of roasted duck glazed with honey, and wedges of warm, crusty bread that still bear the imprint of your hands. Nearby, bowls of fresh dates and figs wait to be passed around, their sweetness a natural benediction, as you join the circle of friends and family seated upon woven mats under the shade of palm trees. You feel the pulse of the village heartbeat align with your own. The conversation flows like the Nile itself, steady, deep, and life-giving. Stories of the day's labors are shared, jokes whispered, and prayers murmured between bites. You smile as a child passes a small bowl of honey to the elder beside you, whose eyes gleam with gratitude and warmth. Music begins to stir a lyre's gentle strum, the soft rhythm of a drum, and you sense Hathor's blessing weaving through the gathering, binding all present in harmony. In this sacred feast, every mouthful is a prayer, every shared morsel a symbol of trust and unity. The food connects you to the soil beneath your feet, to the flowing river that sustains your crops, and to the hands that prepared it with care and devotion. It is a celebration not only of life's abundance, but of the resilience and cooperation that sustain your community through seasons of plenty and hardship alike. You glance around at familiar faces, artisans, laborers, scribes, each bearing their own stories, hopes, and burdens. Yet here, beneath the open sky, differences dissolve in the warmth of shared purpose. You are reminded that the feast is as much a spiritual gathering as it is a physical one, a sacred circle where the mundane is transformed into the holy through the act of giving and receiving. A gentle chuckle escapes you as you recall how even the gods must delight in these moments of earthly joy, their divine presence infused in the laughter and songs rising into the evening air. The feast is a mirror of the cosmos itself, a balance of elements, energies, and relationships that sustain the world. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows and painting the sky in hues of rose and violet, the feast continues, unhurried and full of grace. You savor the flavors and the fellowship, feeling nourished not just in body, but in spirit. The bonds forged here will carry you through the days ahead, a testament to the power of community and the sacredness found in simple, shared moments. When the stars emerge to crown the night, The feast slowly winds down. Plates are emptied, hands are washed in cool water drawn from the Nile, and voices soften into gentle murmurs. You sit back, heart full, senses sated, and give thanks to Hathor and all the gods who bless this sacred gathering. The night wraps around the village like a protective cloak, and you feel a profound connection to all who have gathered here, across time and space. The feast is more than food. It is a living prayer, an eternal song of gratitude, joy, and love that nourishes the soul as surely as it feeds the body. As you rise to leave, the last embers of fire glow softly, promising warmth and light through the coming night. Your steps are light, your spirit buoyed by the sacred bonds renewed this day. The feast lingers with you, a fragrant memory, a sacred gift carried within until the next gathering calls you once more. As dusk falls gently upon DEIR El-MEDINA, the village shifts into a quieter, more reflective rhythm. The sun's last rays paint the sky with hues of amber and violet, and a gentle breeze carries the scent of lotus blossoms and burning myrrh tonight. You prepare for one of the most sacred ceremonies, the passage rite, a ritual dedicated to guiding the souls of departed loved ones through the mysterious journey into the Duat, the ancient Egyptian realm of the afterlife. The courtyard is softly illuminated by oil lamps placed carefully around the stone altar, their flickering flames casting long, dancing shadows that bring to life the carved hieroglyphs etched into the walls. These symbols tell stories of Osiris, Lord of the underworld, and the trials souls must face before they can enter eternal peace. You kneel before the altar, your heart heavy with reverence and hope, clutching a small woven basket filled with offerings figs, bread shaped like the eye of Horus, and water blessed by the temple priests. Your hands tremble slightly as you arrange the offerings, placing each item with precision and care. The bread's warm scent mingles with the sharp sweetness of figs, and the water reflects the flickering light like a pool of stars. You whisper prayers learned from your mother and grandmother. Ancient words that have echoed through countless generations guide the departed through the gates, shield them from darkness, grant them safe passage to the fields of eternity. As the prayers fill the night air, you envision the soul of your beloved your father, perhaps, or a cherished aunt making the perilous journey beyond the veil. You see them standing before the scales of Ma'at, where their heart will be weighed against the feather of truth. Your breath catches as you imagine the moment of judgment, and you send a silent plea for their heart to be light, their spirit worthy of eternal rest. Around you, the village observes a respectful hush. Families gather in small groups, each performing their own rites and prayers, honoring those who have gone before. The sounds of the living fade into a reverent silence, broken only by the soft murmur of chants and the crackle of fire. You take a deep breath and light a bundle of incense, its fragrant smoke rising like a bridge between worlds. The scent of frankincense and myrrh fills your senses, and you feel a profound connection to the divine guardians who watch over the departed. You imagine Anubis, the jackal-headed guide, standing vigil beside the soul, his eyes glowing with protective light as he leads them safely through shadowed paths. The ritual continues as you pour water gently over your hands, symbolizing purification and renewal. Each drop is a blessing, cleansing both body and spirit, preparing you to assist in the sacred passage. The community's shared devotion weaves a tapestry of hope and faith, a network of light to guide the lost and weary as the night deepens. You offer the final prayers, your voice steady and filled with quiet strength. The courtyard feels charged with sacred energy, the veil between life and death thinned by the power of your collective intention. You feel your own spirit uplifted, comforted by the certainty that love transcends even the boundaries of mortality. When the ceremony draws to a close, you stand and gaze up at the stars, twinkling like beacons in the vast darkness. The soul's journey is not yours to follow, yet you know it is guided by forces both powerful and benevolent. You whisper a final blessing, trusting that the departed are embraced by the gods and welcomed into eternal peace. As the lamps burn low and the village settles into restful sleep, you carry with you a sacred calm, the knowledge that the cycle of life and death is held within divine hands, and that your prayers are a lasting light along the soul's eternal path. The evening settles softly over DEIR El-MEDINA, wrapping the village in a cool embrace as the sun dips beneath the horizon. The sky blazes with the final hues of the day, fiery oranges melting into deep purples, stars beginning to wink awake in the growing twilight. Inside your home, the warm glow of oil lamps flickers gently, casting dancing shadows that stretch across the walls like ancient spirits come to life. This is the sacred hour of the closing flame, a ritual to honor the day's end, offer thanks, and invite peaceful rest. You move calmly through the rooms, your steps light on the earthen floor, carrying a small bowl of pure water infused with fragrant lotus petals and a handful of crushed myrrh resin. The air is thick with the mingled scents of honeyed bread from the afternoon feast, dried herbs hanging from the rafters, and the lingering smoke of sandalwood incense. Each breath you take draws these sacred fragrances deep into your lungs, grounding you in the sacred present, stopping by each lamp. You pause to offer a whispered prayer, O gods, who watch over the night. Bless this home and all who dwell within. Grant us rest, protection, and dreams touched by your gentle hands. Your voice is soft, rhythmic, a chant handed down through generations, carrying the hopes of your ancestors. You dip your fingers lightly into the water and sprinkle a few droplets toward the flames, watching as they flicker and dance, as if acknowledging your blessing. The process is slow and deliberate, a meditation of light and shadow. As each lamp's flame is snuffed gently, you feel the weight of the day lift from your shoulders, replaced by a deep sense of calm and surrender. The darkness gathers softly, a velvet cloak woven with the promise of rest and renewal. Outside, the sounds of the village fade to quiet the distant call of an owl, the rustle of palm fronds stirred by the night breeze, the soft ripple of the Nile against its banks. You approach the courtyard, where a small fire burns low in the hearth. This final flame is the heart of your home's warmth, and with reverence, you scatter the remaining lotus petals and sprinkle myrrh resin into the embers. The fragrant smoke rises in gentle spirals, carrying your prayers upward, weaving a bridge between earth and sky. You close your eyes, feeling the sacred connection to the eternal cycle day, giving way to night. Life blending into spirit, the mortal world touched by divine grace. A soft chuckle escapes you as you imagine even the gods needing moments like these, a pause to rest their immortal limbs, to watch the flickering light, and to gather strength for the journeys ahead. The closing flame is more than an end. It is an affirmation of balance, harmony, and the sacred rhythms that govern all things. As you stand beneath the canopy of stars, you lift your gaze to the heavens, tracing familiar constellations and invoking the protection of Nut, Osiris, and all who watch over the night. Your heart swells with gratitude for the day's blessings, the food shared, the prayers offered, the bonds strengthened, and you entrust yourself and your loved ones to the tender care of the gods. The village grows quiet now, wrapped in the soft embrace of darkness and dreams. Your home rests in peaceful stillness, the closing flames blessing, a gentle promise carried on the night wind. With one last deep breath, you step inside, ready to surrender to the night's restful embrace, knowing the sacred cycle will begin anew with the dawn. As night deepens over DEIR El-MEDINA, the village is cloaked in a serene stillness that feels both ancient and sacred. The stars above sparkle like scattered jewels, their steady light a silent witness to countless generations who have walked this land before you. In this quiet hour, you are drawn to the threads that bind your community, those invisible yet unbreakable connections woven through shared history, ritual, and daily life. Tonight, you reflect on these ancestral threads, the living legacy that shapes your identity and nurtures your spirit. The flickering lamps inside your home cast soft, golden light across walls adorned with hand-painted hieroglyphs and carefully crafted amulets. Each symbol tells a story of prayer, a hope, a memory passed down from mother to daughter, father to son. You sit quietly near the hearth, where the last embers glow with a comforting warmth, and breathe deeply, feeling the pulse of your ancestors within your own heart. You recall the gatherings in the communal square, where stories were shared, songs sung, and wisdom exchanged. Elders would recount the deeds of great kings and the lessons of the gods, their voices weaving the fabric of collective memory. Children would listen wide-eyed, their imaginations kindled by tales of courage, love, and the eternal dance between life and death. These moments were more than entertainment, they were acts of preservation, ensuring that the knowledge and values of your people endured through time. In your hands rests a spindle and thread, simple tools yet powerful symbols of continuity. As you spin the flax fibers into fine linen, your fingers move with practiced grace, weaving the past into the present. The cloth you create will become garments worn by your family, banners for sacred ceremonies, or coverings for the mummies who will journey into the afterlife. Each thread carries the intentions and blessings of your community, a tangible link between generations. Your mind turns to the rituals performed at the family altar, offerings to ancestors, prayers for protection, and the lighting of candles to guide departed souls. These acts honor those who have shaped your life, acknowledging their presence in your daily existence. You feel their strength and guidance like a gentle current beneath your feet, steadying and sustaining you. Outside, the village breathes softly in the night. Neighbors share quiet conversations. The scent of roasted figs and honey drifts through open doorways, and the distant sound of a flute weaves through the air. In these shared spaces, the bonds of kinship and friendship are renewed, creating a web of support that sustains all. You smile softly, remembering the playful laughter of children chasing one another beneath the stars, their joy a testament to the enduring spirit of your people. Even the gods, you think, must find delight in these simple expressions of life and connection. As you finish your weaving, you tie off the thread with a small knot, a silent prayer for strength and unity. The cloth is more than fabric. It is a vessel of memory, a bearer of hope, and a testament to the resilience of your community. The night deepens, and you rise with a heart full of gratitude. The ancestral threads that weave through your life remind you that you are part of something greater, an unbroken chain of souls bound by love, faith, and the sacred rhythms of existence. With the dawn still far away, you prepare to rest, carrying these blessings into your dreams. The stars outside continue their silent vigil, their light a promise of renewal and the eternal dance of life, death, and rebirth. Night has deepened fully over DEIR El-MEDINA, wrapping the village in a soft cloak of tranquility and gentle shadows. The stars above twinkle silently, each a distant beacon in the vastness of the cosmos, timeless witnesses to the lives, hopes, and dreams that have woven through this land for countless generations. As you sit quietly on your woven mat beneath the open sky, a deep stillness settles within your heart, inviting reflection and peace. The day's rituals, prayers, and offerings have faded into memory, leaving behind the gentle glow of sacred acts done with intention and love. You breathe slowly, feeling the rhythm of the night pulse softly within and around you, the steady cadence of life itself. The warmth of the hearth has cooled, yet its essence lingers, a tender reminder of human connection and the flame of existence that endures even in darkness. In this moment of quiet, you turn your thoughts inward, considering the journey you have traveled not only this day, but through the cycles of birth, growth, challenge, and renewal that shape all life. The rituals you have performed were not simply tasks or duties, but sacred bridges linking earth and sky, mortal and divine, past and future. Each prayer whispered, each offering placed, was a thread woven into the vast tapestry of existence, binding you to your ancestors, your community, and the gods themselves. The scent of lotus and myrrh drifts softly on the night air, mingling with the cool breeze that stirs the leaves of the sycamore tree nearby. You close your eyes and imagine the goddess Nut stretching across the heavens, her star-studded body cradling the earth with gentle care. In her vast embrace, all fears dissolve, replaced by a profound sense of belonging and protection. Your thoughts drift to the river Nile, its eternal flow a symbol of life's persistence and grace. Like the river, you too are part of a greater current, moving steadily through time and space, carrying the memories, wisdom, and hopes of those who have come before and those yet to come. The night sky above is not a void, but a sanctuary, a sacred canvas where stories are written in starlight. As you breathe in deeply, the quiet hum of the village settles around you, the soft murmur of distant voices, the occasional bark of a dog, the whisper of palm fronds swaying in the gentle night wind. These sounds are a lullaby, a reminder that even in solitude, you are never truly alone. A gentle smile plays upon your lips as you recall the moments of laughter and warmth shared during the day's feast, the solemnity of prayers offered beneath the moon, and the steadfast watch of Anubis guarding thresholds unseen. Each experience has been a blessing, a reminder of life's sacredness and the power of faith and community. You let the stillness deepen, allowing the peace you feel now to permeate every fiber of your being. The worries and burdens of the day fall away, replaced by a gentle assurance that you are held by forces both seen and unseen. loved and protected beyond measure. In this sacred silence, you offer a final prayer not of asking, but of gratitude for the breath that fills your lungs, the earth that supports your steps, the stars that guide your path, and the gods who walk beside you in all things. Your heart opens, a vessel for peace, strength, and resilience. As the night winds down and your eyelids grow heavy, you feel yourself drifting gently toward rest. The closing flame of your home's hearth is extinguished, but the light within you burns steady and bright, a beacon of hope and renewal. The stars wheel overhead in their eternal dance, and you know that with the coming dawn, a new day will rise full of promise, mystery, and the endless cycle of life's sacred rhythms. With one last deep breath, you surrender to the night's embrace, carried on the wings of ancient blessings and timeless love.